William Samoei Arap Ruto, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, who is also one of the top contenders for the presidency this year, yesterday conducted extensive tour of Nairobi County. That tour by the Deputy President is significant politically speaking because, number one, William Ruto had just concluded his rallies in Eldoret and in Kericho. Those two rallies were massively attended. And William Ruto and his brigade termed the Eldoret rally the mother of all political rallies. So the tour of Nairobi was significant because Kenyans wanted to see whether the numbers were there. Number two, it is also significant because on the day the Deputy President was conducting these rallies, President Uhuru Kenyatta was in Naivasha. And while in Naivasha, the President officially asked the residents there to support Raila Odinga. Then from Naivasha, number two, President Uhuru Kenyatta also made some impromptu visit to Kisumu and Mbeta. I actually did a video about the political significance of President Uhuru Kenyatta's impromptu visit to Kisumu and Mbeta. You can check it down there. But what are the objectives of William Ruto's trip to Nairobi or tour of Nairobi today? In my view, that trip had several objectives. Whether the DP achieved them or not is something we can't tell as at now. We will leave that to time. So in this video today, I want us to look or to do a critical analysis of William Ruto's tour of Nairobi. But before we do that, if you are watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now let us get back to business. There is no way you can become the President of the Republic of Kenya without winning Nairobi. Nairobi is basically the epicenter of Kenyan politics. If you go back and study the politics of Nairobi, you will agree that it always determines who becomes the president. In the past several years, Kibaki removing Kanu, Raila facing off Kibaki, Raila Uhuru, a trend has been very clear that it's almost 50-50. Actually, Nairobi ideally should be a battleground. But it has been a battleground because during Kibaki era and Uhuru era, pitting Raila Odinga, it has always been the Kikuyus versus Western Kenya bloc, that is the Luo lawyers, Kisis, and the coastal region. And that's how the vote has always been in the middle. But in most cases, Raila Odinga has always won. William Samoei Ruto does not command support perceptionally in Nairobi because of the absence or very few Kalenjins in Nairobi. So for William Ruto to become the President of the Republic of Kenya, he must win Nairobi. And that's how I want you to look at this perspective. Look at it from this perspective. So the objective of his tour of Nairobi was several. Number one, the first objective, in my view, is that the Deputy President wanted a platform to respond to the statement which was made by Mithika Linturi in Eldoret about Madoadoa. Nairobi is a cosmopolitan town. Each and every Kenyan is in Nairobi. So it was the best place to respond to that particular comment. So personally, I tend to think that what the DP wanted to do, he wanted to go to Nairobi, the capital center of this country, then respond to the statement which was issued by Mithika Linturi. That statement was affecting the DP in so many ways. For example, it gave his opponents a weapon which they will use to hit on him. Number two, it creates fears amongst the Kikuyus living in Rift Valley. And therefore, tomorrow someone will just go outside there and start telling the Kikuyus in Rift Valley that you guys must stay put here. But the truth of the matter is that it was an opportunity to respond to that Madoadoa statement. Number two, why I also think, number two, after the Eldoret launch and going to Bomet, there were people who had started accusing the Deputy President, William Ruto, of practicing nepotism. That he could not, for example, hold his launch, which was held in Eldoret town, outside Eldoret town. Later on, they shelved some of those plots, but the truth of the matter is that there are people who are accusing Ruto of favoring or practicing tribalism. And that's why he opted to launch his whatever in Eldoret. Raila Odinga has decided that his will be in Thika. So it was an opportunity for him to show, just like they promised, that William Ruto is the leader of all Kenyans, not necessarily Kenyans. And this was demonstrated and proven by the number of people who attended this meeting. Number three, in my view, the Deputy President, being William Ruto, is keen on trying to outwit Raila Odinga and his rally in Thika. On Saturday, Raila Odinga and the entire Azimio la Umoja brigades will all head to Thika town for Raila Odinga official launch of his campaign. This Nairobi rally, in my view, was intended to counter the impact of that meeting. So that by Friday, the DP will organize another event, definitely, and Kenyans will be able to know whether Nairobi is intact for Raila or whether Raila ought to have brought that particular event in Nairobi. Number four, in my view, is about perception, or what most people nowadays call contest for crowd. I've always maintained on this platform that politics is a game of numbers, perceived or real. William Ruto was in Eldoret. He had a massive crowd. From Eldoret, Bomet, massive crowd. That's Rift Valley. You can say that the people down there mobilized and went to see or to release their son to go outside there. To maintain that momentum, William Ruto needed a place to go to. Which other place is better than Nairobi? The routes he chose were very strategic. You go there, you stand, the vehicle stands there like for 10 minutes, it's full. So basically, the idea of going to Nairobi and showing those crowds is part of the contest for crowd. Who has the majority crowd? Number five, the DP also went to Nairobi to test the strength of Nairobi. For those who follow politics, William Ruto had identified Bishop Margaret Wanjiru as the gubernatorial candidate for Nairobi. But of late, Wanjiru has been missing in most of his political activities. Maybe there's someone who is being propped up. So the deputy president wanted to test the popularity, the presence of UDA in Nairobi. Then after that, he can decide whether he has the right candidates or no, and what he needs to do to win Nairobi. So in my view, and that's why I'm looking at Bishop Margaret Wanjiru. I'm not sure whether he attended the rallies, but it's about the presence of UD. And number 6, which is now a bonus, the DP, in my view, is also just keen on maintaining visibility. Those who study marketing understand the meaning of visibility. you must be seen to be doing something. For example, One Kenya Last movement cannot tell you where they are. They can't. You can't tell where they are. They don't go out. Kenyans need someone who can go out, relate with them. Someone they can see, they can visualize. That's exactly what Ruto is doing. I don't know what to think, but that's my take. If you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. To the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And lastly, before I forget, tomorrow, again, later in the day, I will do a comprehensive analysis about President Uhuru Kenyatta's visit to Mbeta, to Kisumu, and Naivasha. While in Naivasha, President Uhuru Kenyatta actually endorsed Raila Odinga for the presidency in 2022. So that's going to be our next video. So prepare and be here. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.